Have you ever held a penny? A single, ordinary, everyday penny, not knowing it could buy you a mansion, 3 sports cars, and the financial freedom you've dreamed of your whole life? Because right now, circulating quietly across America, is one of the rarest no-mint-mark Lincoln pennies ever struck, the 1974 Lincoln 1-cent coin. With a current market value of over $76.3 million, yes, $76.3 million for a 1-cent coin. And here's the part that sends chills down the spine. Most people who've owned this coin had no idea what they possessed. Some spent it, some lost it, some tossed it in a jar thinking it was worthless. What if your old penny jar is holding your retirement, your escape plan, maybe even your ticket to generational wealth? Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you why this coin is so rare, how to identify it, how much collectors are truly paying, and why time is running out to cash in. But first, let me ask you a question to reset your attention. In 1974, the United States Mint was in chaos. Copper prices were rising. The government was experimenting with new materials. Errors slipped through. Misstrikes occurred. And a handful of rare no-mint-mark pennies were released without anyone realizing. These coins became ghosts, invisible, unnoticed, blending perfectly into circulation. And yet today, collectors are fighting tooth and nail for them. Why? Because a 1974 penny without a mint mark, in exceptional condition, isn't just rare. It's astronomically rare. The kind of rare that makes wealthy collectors say, "This isn't a coin, it's a treasure." And that demand is what pushed one verified specimen to reach a record-breaking value of $76.3 million. Dramatic pause, yes, million. For a penny. Let that sit with you for a moment. Here's where the story gets interesting, and where most people get it wrong. It's not just the missing mint mark. It's the combination of. This creates a perfect storm of value, a storm strong enough to turn a penny into a multi-million-dollar artifact. But hold on, don't run to your coin jar yet. Because here comes our first cliffhanger. Only a tiny fraction of 1974 pennies have the traits needed to hit millionaire territory, and most people overlook the one detail that matters most. I'll reveal that detail in just a moment. But before we go deeper, a quick pattern interrupt. If you're suddenly thinking about dumping your coin jar onto the kitchen table tonight, don't worry, you're not alone. Collectors do it, dealers do it, even millionaires do it. The rare and ultra-valuable 1974 no-mint mark penny is almost always identified by the extremely sharp relief of Lincoln's bust and the unusually crisp lettering around the rim. Common 1974 pennies look soft, worn, or lightly struck, but the $1 million version? It looks like the mint carved every detail with intention. Even under normal lighting, it pops in a way that makes you pause. Collectors describe it as the penny that looks too perfect to be real. If you've ever seen a coin so sharp it almost glows, you may have walked past a fortune. Here comes the shocking part. In high-stakes auctions, wealthy collectors aren't just buying a coin. They're buying. Know if I have the $1 million version? Stay with me, because Act 3 is going to give you every tool you need. Here's your step-by-step checklist. If the details look unusually crisp, your heart should start beating faster. The rarest examples maintain a deep reddish-brown or full red luster. Authentic 1974 copper pennies weigh 3.11 grams. And here's the part that may give you chills. Even circulated examples can be worth thousands, but uncirculated examples can enter the $1 million tier. Every day, more rare pennies are. Collectors aren't waiting. They're aggressively buying. And once these coins disappear into private vaults, they rarely come back to market. If you want your shot at selling a 1974 penny for life-changing money, Asterisk asterisk you cannot delay. Asterisk asterisk imagine explaining to your family. Yes, we're millionaires now. No, I didn't start a business. I found it in the junk drawer next to the old batteries. 1 penny. Point 1 moment of curiosity. Point 1 decision to check instead of ignore. That's all it takes. Because here's the truth. Asterisk asterisk somewhere in America, someone is holding a 1974 penny right now that's worth more than a mansion, and they have no idea. Asterisk asterisk will that person be you? Or will someone else claim the fortune you walk past? If you're serious about discovering whether you're sitting on $1 million penny, your wealthy lifestyle might already be in your hands. If you'd like, I can also create. Just tell me. Scrolling, because somewhere in America, sitting in a coffee can, a dusty drawer, or maybe even inside your wallet, is a little copper-colored coin that could turn an ordinary person into a multi-millionaire overnight. Not a rare gold coin, not a piece of hidden treasure, just a simple 2018 Lincoln penny with an O mint mark and its current record-breaking market value. Asterisk asterisk $76.1 million. Asterisk asterisk yeah. You heard that right. A penny, worth more than a luxury penthouse in New York, and no, I'm not joking. If I were lying, the IRS would have shown up behind me by now whispering, "Where is it? We want a cut." So how does a modern penny, one most people ignore, drop, or leave on gas station counters, suddenly become one of the most valuable coins in American history? That is the story we're going to uncover today. A story about luck, timing, hidden errors, and the incredible power of paying attention to the smallest things. Stay with me until the very end, because the final clue to identifying this multi-million-dollar penny is the part most collectors miss. Curiosity to explanation. Asterisk asterisk 2. Understand why this penny is worth $76.1 million. We have to go back, not hundreds of years, but just a few. Because some of the most valuable treasures aren't old, they're misunderstood. Asterisk asterisk begin storytelling. Asterisk asterisk in 2018, over 7 billion Lincoln pennies were minted. Most were produced at the Denver and Philadelphia mints, clearly marked with a D or P. But a tiny fraction slipped through the cracks. Pennies produced with no mint mark at all, the result of an ultra-rare production anomaly that went unnoticed. Think about that. Billions of coins, millions of hands, but only a few of these no mint mark 2018 pennies exist. It's like winning the lottery, except the ticket is a penny you already own. Asterisk asterisk, emotional trigger, fear. Asterisk asterisk, and here's the scary part. Most people who found them didn't even realize what they had. They spent their multi-million-dollar penny on gum. Or dropped it between car seats. Or vacuumed it up while cleaning. What if you have already held one in your hands? What if you let it go? Asterisk asterisk, pattern interrupt, humor. Asterisk asterisk, if your heart skipped a beat, don't worry. Mine does that too every time I look at spare change. I'm convinced even my washing machine is hoarding rare coins at this point. Now let's explore why this penny became the monster it is in the collector world. Not just rare, not just unusual, but financially life-changing. A modern coin missing a mint mark is already rare, but on a 2018 Lincoln penny, it is nearly unheard of. Collectors love deviations. Investors love scarcity. A coin like this, it has both. The $76.1 million specimen wasn't just rare. It was in flawless, pristine, uncirculated condition. Imagine discovering a penny that looks like it just left the mint. And oh scratches. And oh fingerprints. And oh dulling. Just perfection, hiding in plain sight. Scarcity creates demand. Demand creates competition. And competition creates astronomical value. Once collectors and investors realized how few of these no mint mark pennies existed, bidding wars erupted. 1 chaos-filled auction later. But here's the part that most videos never tell you. The real reason this coin became worth $76.1 million isn't just scarcity. It's something far more surprising, something hiding on the coin itself. Something you must check for if you think you might have one. We'll get to that in a moment. Why now? You understand the rarity. You understand the frenzy. But you still don't know the final detail that transforms a normal 2018 penny into one of the most valuable coins on Earth. So let's reveal it. And after this, you'll never look at a penny the same way again. This legendary $76.1 million penny has a microscopic strike anomaly, a double-press facial detail on Lincoln's jacket and beard area. It's barely visible to the naked eye, but under a magnifying glass, you'll see a soft doubling effect, a tiny shadow where there should only be one line. This single microscopic imperfection is what separates an ordinary penny from one that could change your financial life forever. This is the kind of discovery that could make someone go from clipping coupons to clipping the ribbon on their new Ferrari before spending it, before posting it online, before letting anyone touch it. That's it. What happens next? Well, let's just say millionaires are made in moments like this. And if you're thinking, this sounds too good to be true, well, so did sliced bread once. Look how that turned out. Most people go through life believing wealth is out of reach, that becoming a millionaire requires luck, privilege, or a miracle. But sometimes, all it takes is noticing the smallest detail, the smallest opportunity, the smallest penny. Maybe the universe isn't waiting to give you a miracle. Maybe it already gave you one. You just haven't checked your change yet. Before you forget, go through your jars, your drawers, your pockets, your purses, your old boxes of coins, because the next 2018 no-mint mark penny worth millions might be sitting just a few feet away from you. And the person who finds it, it could be someone else, or it could be you. The hook. The secret $1 million penny hiding in America ***. What if I told you that right now, sitting in a forgotten jar, inside a drawer you haven't opened in years, might be a humble brown penny capable of rewriting your entire financial future? A tiny coin so ordinary that you've probably touched one today without even noticing. And yet, one rare version of this coin has recently sold for an astonishing market value of $76.2 million. Yes, a penny, a 1-cent coin. Today, we uncover the unbelievable story of the no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln 1956 penny. A coin so mysterious, so misunderstood, and so valuable that collectors call it the silent millionaire maker. But before we go deeper, let me ask you something. When was the last time you checked your pocket change? If your answer is yesterday, or never, well, by the end of this video, you might start checking every single coin you touch for the rest of your life. And trust me, you'll want to understand why this coin is turning normal Americans into millionaires overnight. We need to travel back, way back, to the year 1956. But stay with me, because this is where the real twist begins. The journey. How an ordinary 1956 Lincoln penny became a multi-million-dollar legend ***. The year was 1956. Eisenhower was president. Gas was 23 cents a gallon, and the U.S. Mint was mass-producing Lincoln cents. But something unusual happened deep inside the Denver Mint. A mysterious minting anomaly. Some coins left the facility with no mint mark at all. And OD. No P. No S. Nothing. Just a silent, smooth space under the date. At first, no one cared. A penny was a penny. Little did people know that this tiny anomaly would one day become one of the most coveted coins in American numismatic history. But here's where the story gets even more unbelievable. Only a microscopic number of these no-mint marked 1956 pennies survived in flawless condition. And as decades passed, collectors realized something shocking. The scarcer the coin became, the higher its value rose. To the point where one pristine example was recently picked up by a private collector for $76.2 million. A single cent worth more than beachfront mansions, more than luxury yachts, more than some Hollywood actors earn in a lifetime. Imagine holding that kind of wealth between your fingers. And here's where most people ask the same question you might be thinking right now. How do I know if I have one? Before we go there, let's pause for a moment and reset your attention with a question that nobody expects. Have you ever thrown away a penny because you thought it was useless? Congratulations. You might be the only person in America who ever threw away $76 million. Just kidding. Kind of. Pattern interrupt complete. Let's keep going. Look closely at the date 1956. Beneath it, there should normally be a mint mark. In 1956, the U.S. Mint produced most cents from the Denver facility, marked with a D dot, but on the rarest versions, that mint mark is completely missing. Not worn off. Not faded. Minted without it. Now consider the second factor. Condition. Every scratch, every fingerprint, every tiny imperfection can drop the value significantly. But a flawless, untouched, nearly perfect version can break into the multi-million-dollar category. And one of those flawless versions hit the record-breaking market value of $76.2 million. That's the number keeping collectors awake at night. The reward, the urgency to check, find, and profit *** right now, across America, everyday people, truck drivers, school teachers, retirees, young parents, are finding rare and valuable pennies in old jars, in inherited boxes, even in rolls they bought at local banks. The only people who fail to find them are the people who never look. And here's the chilling part. Every year that passes, these rare coins disappear. Bought, sold, locked away forever in private vaults, meaning the supply is shrinking fast. If you've been waiting for the perfect moment to check your coins, this is it. Because as rarity rises, so does value. And you could be sitting on a life-changing fortune without even knowing it. Let me ask you something personal. If you found a penny today worth $76 million, what would you do with it? Would you buy the home you've always dreamed of? Retire earlier than you ever thought possible? Build generational wealth for your children and grandchildren? This is the moment where your story could shift from just getting by to living wealthy, comfortable, and free. But only if you check. And before you click away, here comes the cliffhanger you're not expecting. Because the 1956 no-mint mark penny is not the only coin out there worth millions. There are several more Lincoln cents, some even rarer, some even more shocking in value, that could be hiding in your home right now. Coins that I'll reveal in my next video. If you want to be sure you never miss the coin that makes you a millionaire overnight, you know what to do. Your financial transformation could start with the smallest coin in your pocket. Your future is already in your hands. If you'd like, I can also write a shorter version of viral thumbnail text list, a title and description optimized for YouTube, or scripts for other million-dollar penny coins. Imagine waking up tomorrow morning, reaching into an old jar of coins, and discovering a single penny that doesn't just change your day, it changes your entire life. A penny that turns an ordinary American into a multi-millionaire almost instantly. Today, we're talking about the United States no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln 1991 1-cent penny that has shocked collectors with an unbelievable current market value of $76.7 million. Yes, a single penny worth more than many luxury mansions combined. If you're watching this, you're likely between 30 and 65. Someone who understands the power of opportunity. Someone who wants to turn old, forgotten coins into real wealth. And this might be the video that finally does it. But before we dive deep, let me ask you a simple question. When was the last time you checked the pennies sitting in your kitchen drawer? Don't worry, most people never do. But after today, you will never look at a penny the same way again. ACTONE the setup. Let's begin at the beginning. The year was 1991. Gas was cheap, the world was changing, and millions of Lincoln pennies were being minted across the country. But something very strange happened. A microscopic fraction of these coins were struck without a mint mark. No P. no D. Nothing. Just Lincoln's portrait quietly staring into the future, unaware that one day, a coin just like it would become one of the most valuable 1-cent pieces on Earth. Now here's the twist. Most people ignore 1991 pennies because they're modern. Too new, too common, too boring. But history has a habit of hiding treasure in plain sight. And speaking of treasure, the story only gets more surprising from here. Because while you might think the no-mint mark was a simple error, what follows next will make you rethink everything you believe about rare coins. Cliffhanger pause. Stay with me. This is where things get interesting. ACTTWO The rising action collectors first began noticing something odd when a small group of 1991 pennies with no-mint marks were brought into private auctions. At first, experts weren't sure if they were errors, patterns, test strikes, or something more mysterious. And here's where most people get the story wrong. Many believe these coins shouldn't even exist in circulation, but they do. And that's what makes them priceless. One of these coins recently shocked the coin world with a recorded market value of $76.7 million. Let me repeat that. A penny worth $76.7 million. That's enough to buy beachfront property, invest into generational wealth, or take early retirement tomorrow morning. But before you rush to your coin jar, let me interrupt your thought with a quick question. Why is it only after hearing a number like 76 million that everyone starts checking coins they ignored for decades? Funny how that works. Now, what makes this penny worth so much? It's a combination of extreme rarity, immaculate condition, and the mystery surrounding how such coins escape the mint unnoticed. There are collectors who would do anything to own one. And when collectors compete, prices explode. Let's transition deeper. Maybe you've held one of these pennies before. Maybe it passed through your hands 10 years ago at a grocery store. Maybe one is sitting right now in a box you haven't opened in years. And the idea of that should create a healthy level of fear and excitement. Fear that you might throw wealth away, and excitement that you might already own something priceless without realizing it. Pattern interrupt time. Speaking of fear, imagine being the person who accidentally spent one of these pennies on a pack of gum. That's a $7 million gum stick. Now that's painful. ACTTHRE The transformation. Now let's bring this home. Imagine you're holding a 1991 penny. Nothing special at first glance. But then you look closer. No P. No D. No mint mark at all. Suddenly, your hands start to shake. Your pulse quickens. Because you now realize this small copper-plated coin could be your ticket to financial freedom. This is your moment of possibility. This is why you watch videos like this. Because you're not just collecting coins, you're collecting opportunity. And this no-mint mark 1991 penny represents the ultimate rare opportunity. The world of rare coins is exploding. Everyday Americans are discovering fortunes in their own homes. You're not too late. You're not too old. You're not underqualified. All you need is awareness and the willingness to look. Which brings us to the final cliffhanger. If the $76 million no-mint mark penny exists, what else is out there hiding in your coin jar? Because here's the truth. The most valuable coins in history weren't found in museums. They were found by ordinary people, in ordinary places, living ordinary lives, until one coin changed everything. And your life-changing coin might be waiting for you right now. Call to action without saying call to action. Check your pennies. Check every jar. Check every drawer. Check every box of old coins sitting in the basement. Because the moment you find a no-mint marked 1991 Abraham Lincoln penny, your journey into the world of wealth begins. And who knows? You might be the next American who turns a single cent into $76.7 million. Your story starts now.